I'd like to speak to the professionals out there. Whether you're very successful, moderately successful, or struggling, I think you can benefit from an Enlight application. It's such a novel application treatment to be able to remove emotional obstacles that are getting in your way, that you could actually be more successful than you are if you could just calm yourself down a little bit. Maybe be less angry, less scared. It could be very functional in the sense of just having a fear of public speaking, where you're doing it, but you could do it a lot better, or you could have more fun doing it. Maybe even you're plenty successful career-wise, but you'd like to be less stressed at work. Just put less energy into it so you don't come home and you're exhausted. But Enlight can help with this kind of a thing. I've seen it help athletes. I've seen it help professionals. It can be some procrastination problem where you just tend to put things off, and if you would get to them more promptly, you'd have a higher success rate. You have a good success rate, but you'd like to improve it. You notice you do tend to procrastinate or hesitate. Maybe closing a sale, you need a little bit of assistance. You can tell there's some kind of an emotional obstacle where you just don't hand them the pen and say, okay, sign here, when it's time to do that. And these are these invisible forces that get in our way in life and impede our success and our well-being. But be prepared. Sometimes after the Enlight, you don't exactly get the result you expected. Sometimes it's even better than you expected. One individual I treated to be better at sales in the company he was at, because he was actually a very experienced and capable individual. So the owner asked me to treat them, and they were working below their means. So I treated them, and after I treated them, they said, well, I'm going to move out of this job and go to the appropriate level for my skill set. So once the emotional obstacles were removed, it didn't help the employer, because instead of just moving up in sales, he went and got a different job, which was more appropriate for his actual skill level minus his emotional obstacles. So anything can happen, but typically it's going to be something that's going to be a shift to a higher level of functioning.